how Jesus became God. The story of the exaltation of a Jewish preacher from Galilee. This is a beautiful work, a beautiful book that shows you exactly what happened in Christianity. So in early Christianity, you have this idea that Jesus Christ is a Jewish rabbi. he's a scholar and a prophet and a reformer of Judaism. So from a Jewish preacher, and Jewish not in the sense of a religion, but Jewish as in ethnicity. Ethnically, because he was from the children of Israel, he is Jewish. So he explains in this book how Christology evolved, how the early Christians had no concept of the divinity of Christ, and how later on, under the influence, pagan influences and influences from here and there, their Christology kept on growing and growing, and under the influence of accretions and interpolations and fabrications, it reached to the point where it has reached today. Bart D. Ehrman is his name. We want to write it down right now. And he has written a book entitled Misquoting Jesus. Jesus, for example, he talks about how, so this claim that is made by the Quran, that yuharrifun al-kalima, they have distorted their revelations. If you want the tafsir of this verse, you read this book called Misquoting Jesus. Because in the New Testament, Jesus is quoted very frequently. It's the red letter Bible, right? But even those quotations are not correct many times. If you compare the manuscripts, so what these scholars do is they look at the earliest manuscripts of the Bible, and they notice discrepancies, they notice inconsistencies, they notice additions. So in the manuscript that dates back to the 2nd century, you don't have certain phrases or sentences. Sometimes you don't have entire passages. Entire passages have been added in the later manuscripts. So what does that tell you about the validity and authenticity of that passage? Very similar to, for example, what happened in our sources. Ziyat Ashura, that last part, so between what Sayyid ibn Tawus mentions and between what Abu Ja'far ibn Qawlaway mentions, the discrepancy. Yeah, a lot of these things you will find even in Christianity and advanced level Christian researchers. They have discovered that there's been a lot of manipulation, a lot of tempering around and playing around with the text of the New Testament.